Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Sports Talk with Austin, your daily dose of sports entertainment. In today's video, I will be talking about the big blockbuster trade that went down in the NBA, and that is OG Anunoby getting traded to the New York Knicks in exchange for RJ Barry and Emmanuel Quickly and a second round draft pick. I will be previewing and down talk about what this means for Toronto's future and talking about, does this make the Knicks a legit final contender? I'll be breaking it all down in this video and talking about all those things. And plus, I will give my grades on an A to F, talking about A plus being the best and F being a failure of a trade. But we will get into all that. But breaking news occurred earlier today, though, so let's get right into it. OG Anunoby was traded to the New York Knicks in a shocking development and the New York Knicks upgraded at the power forward position along with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson to help out their backcourt and to shore up their roster and in pursuit of winning an NBA championship and making a deep playoff run. But the Toronto Raptors got some things in return. The Raptors ended up trading away OG Anunoby, but got RJ Barrett, Emmanuel quickly, and a 2024 second round pick back from the New York Knicks. The Knicks ended up getting OG Anunoby, Precious Achua, and Malachi Flynn, adding those players to the rosters. And OG Anunoby, the big acquirement to help out with Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, help out with the backcourt, add more defense, and add a little more scoring to this team, and possibly help this team go on a deep final run. And this is an interesting trade because RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, who will be going to the Raptors, and they will also be sending a second round pick in 2024 next year. RJ Barrett was a guy that a lot of New York fans saw a lot of potential in and thought he could be something, but he just never really showed those moments as much. Emmanuel Quickly, he came off the bench most of his time in New York, had his spurts of 30 points games and showed what he could potentially be. But RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly were two guys that the Knicks had high aspirations for, but they ended up not being as productive as they hoped, and they were sporadically going in and out of the lineups and rotations, not scoring as much, but they also could bring. And the Knicks felt like they needed to move off of them and make a move and get OG Anunoby to add to this roster. And now that brings up the question: the does this make the New York Knicks legit Finals contenders? Well, let's break it down. So the New York Knicks are currently in the top eight in the Eastern Conference. They have Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson on their roster. Now they've already been loaded up with defense, and OG Anunoby's gonna come right on in and insert some more defense for them as well. But he also brings another 15, 20-point score a night to help Brunson along with his 22 a night, and Julius Randle his 20 a night. So this team just got better at defense, and they added another scoring weapon to this offensive team that needs it, because Julius Randle is not always there. Jalen Brunson has been the main cast of character, has been the most consistent, arguably one of the best point guards in the NBA today. At the way he's playing at a high level, Julius Randle needs a good backcourt partner to help him out, and OG Anunoby could be that. Does this make the Knicks legit Finals contenders? Well, they still got the Celtics and Bucks in the East to contend with, and they got the Sixers who are still going to be there, and the Heat who won the East last year. So they've still got some teams to get over the hurdle with. But bringing in OG Anunoby will definitely help get over that hurdle. And plus, OG Anunoby can play defense and he can play offense. But this also brings up another question: what does the future hold for the Toronto Raptors? Well, the Toronto Raptors are currently in the point where they got their championship in 2019. They traded Kyle Lowry way way to the Miami Heat. He signed an extension, so they lost their future Hall of Famer point guard. Then Kawhi Leonard went in free agency after the championship run to the LA Clippers, and now it's been Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby's team along with Scotty Barnes. Well, OG Anunoby is on his way to New York, and that begs the question: is Toronto looking for suitors for Pascal Siakam? R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly, along with the draft pick. They could flip both of those into another trade and get some more draft picks and pile up for the future, or they could use that to help them get to the play-in tournament possibly. But it'll be very interesting to see if Toronto makes any more moves. Pascal Siakam's going to be a name probably out on the market. I wouldn't be surprised if Scotty Barnes isn't the cornerstone of the franchise if Pascal Siakam does not return or does not get traded. But it should be very interesting. Toronto, they had an overhaul of talent and got their championship. They lost Fred VanVleet from that team as well. So this team is kind of in semi-rebuilding mode. But RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly should be able to help make them at least make the play-in if they don't trade them. But all in all, I think this is a good trade for both teams. I think this helps both of them out tremendously. I gave the Knicks an A+ because OG Anunoby can only come in and do so much, and he's going to help the Knicks big time. I think Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle are now going to have not as much pressure on them as they would if he was not there. And now there's someone more consistent there to help them out. And plus, they have Malachi Flynn and Precious Achiuwa, who are two very young players that can help come off the bench for Tom Thibodeau and this team and help this team grow. I give the Toronto Raptors a B in my letter grade for this team. I think RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly when they're scoring and doing their thing, they're one of the best players at their positions, and they've shown growth at times, and they could definitely help the Raptors out. But if they trade them for picks and stockpile like the OKC Thunder did, it also could work out as well. But I think both teams won in this trade, and I think both teams get a passing grade for right now. I think in the long term, this may help the Raptors, but the Knicks are looking to win right now. So I understand going out and getting OG Anunoby for sure. But that was the big news of the day. OG Anunoby traded to the New York Knicks. Give me your comments, your thoughts, your predictions down below. While you're at it, please like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bells, and let me know what y'all think. Do you think this is a good trade? Do you think both teams are going to benefit from this, or do you think one team's going to get better than the other? Let me know down in the comment section below. But this has been Sports Talk with Austin. I'm out. Peace. Go Cards.